It's the first wide-ranging social welfare increase in years. From next week, those who are on state pensions, job seekers and other benefits will get an extra €5 a week. Does it go far enough to help the most vulnerable, or for those who can work, do higher benefits create a welfare trap? The Social Protection Minister, Leo Varadkar, is here. The reports into the Grace foster care scandal are about to be published. We speak to the whistleblower at the centre of the case. Remember all those people who were living on the list and waiting for operations? Well, we've good news from one of them. He's here tonight. We'll have the latest on the bus strike and big changes for the GAA championships, but not everyone is happy. Hello, welcome to the programme. This year, the Department of Social Protection will spend almost €20 billion. From next week, there'll be a €5 increase in the maximum rate of all weekly payments for pensioners, carers, people with disabilities, widows, lone parents and job seekers. So let's find out who here in the audience has a view on that extra €5. Okay, we might take you, Adrienne. You're a member of AAPPP, that's right?
Yep, that's right. I think the extra €5 is a kick in the teeth, really, to the majority of people in this country. When you compare it to the 18 billion that Apple were given in state aid, there's a vast contradiction between how the government treat the people of this country versus how they treat corporations. The problem is not social welfare, the problem with society, the problem is corporate welfare. When vast chunks of money are coming into this country, and it's something that we rely on, and it's a very precarious economic situation, that when vast chunks of money come in here, they're not being taxed, it's being written off, they're not pulling their weight. And although they're successful businesses, yes, and that's great, the problem is that they use the roads that we pay for to transport the goods.
Okay.
The police that we pay for to guard our stuff, so it's about getting a fair share and getting that money and investing it in
So
society.
are you saying that from an individual recipient perspective, the €5 is derisory then?
It is, it's absolutely, it's appalling, and it's not going to actually make a huge benefit of the material circumstances that people are living in. In 2011, there was a report done by Kathleen Lynch TD, Labour TD, Science Seals delivered it, and it essentially stated that there's a direct link between poverty and mental health, okay? In full knowledge of that, what do? But they cut the dole rates for under 26s. It's absolutely appalling how they're treating people here, and what they're trying to do at the same time as cutting welfare recipients, they're making a low wage economy here. They're driving wages down, they're driving working conditions down, and they're attacking young people systematically as well as attacking working class communities.
And we'll talk about the system for young people. Anyone who disagrees with that point of view? Anyone who disagrees with that point of view? Beside you, Eamon Delaney, a familiar face, Hibernia.
I'm sure there are many people here who must disagree with that point of view. Claire, we have a problem here in Ireland between welfare and work. We've got a recovering economy, and we have a very high and unreformed welfare culture. The Minister has come in to continue on the very good work that was done by Joan Burton as Minister, and her advisors to try and change that, to try and get people back to work. We have one of the highest numbers of jobless households in the OECD. This is a fact. We spend almost 37% of our entire expenditure on reforms. So the question is, do I agree with €5 being wrong? Yes, actually. I don't think it is a good signal by the Minister to come in and for what seemingly populist measures or a poker game.
What about carers? What about pensioners? What about people who are on disability?
We're just talking about social welfare with job seekers. But
this is across the board.
Okay, well, I sat here in this studio for a budget discussion that we had, which you're self-hosting, and you put it to Jim O'Callaghan, this was an uncalled for increase in old age pension. Among others. I mean, there were carers, there were a number of restorations to benefits, but there were a lot of benefits there was no cry by job seekers or people on unemployment to say we want more money. But the Minister chose to make that increase in a poker game with Fianna Fáil.
Okay, Adrienne, you want to come back in and then we'll
just on that, the best way to get people into work and to incentivize them into work is through jobs, okay? When we had the boom here, Ireland was in full employment, and we had the highest rate of young people within the EU who were actively working within the labour market, okay? So jobs will get us people. We see that low and middle income earners actually spend 90% of their disposable income within the economy.
Okay.
So it spreads and it keeps up the SMEs and so on.
All right, I want to get other people in here. Lady sitting beside Eamon.